And for now, the continuing journey, kind of coming off of that, that historic season last year, defeating Kentucky. Everybody knows the story here. So, like, I don't want to focus too much on last season because now it's this season.
Yeah.
Because now we move on to next season. So, for you guys as the coaching staff, most of you guys, have retained the coaching staff. A new addition has been made as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But how do you move on from a season like that with such a new roster? Because there's a lot of players that were on that last year's team that either graduated or through the transfer portal or no longer with Oakland. So how do you move on with such a new group like that?
Well, it's the new era of college basketball now, right? Where you're just going to have 8, 9, or 10 guys on your roster that weren't there a year ago. And so, what you do is you go through the spring and you just realize that what's done is done, and good, bad, or indifferent. And for us, it was beyond good. It was great, but you get your guys together, and really, it's no different than what it's always been. You have to flip the page and know that you're not trying to defend anything. You're not trying to repeat anything. This is a brand new team and a brand new season. And the approach has to be that. We have to know that we are starting fresh. We are starting with a brand new team.
Yeah, excuse the reason for the lighting and all this stuff is women's basketball is having their photo shoot today, so we'll work around it, Smitty.
No problem. I mean, I tell you, we just got to be ready to pivot. But, at the end of the day, you have to know that each year you start over. You talk about this is a new beginning, a new team. Nothing. You can't put pressure on these guys because of what was done in the past. These guys need to understand this is their journey, this is their season, this is their team, and we can't ever compare DQ Cole to Blake Lampman or Isaiah Jones to Trey Townsend, just like we couldn't compare Trey Townsend to Jamal Cain. This is this team. This is Team 58. And so as we move forward, we just go about our business as we go about our business, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, one game at a time as we go. We always talk about clearing hurdles. We're going to play one game at a time as we go and just keep clearing hurdles. And we're going to take some positive steps. We're going to take some negative steps. But all we need to do is keep moving forward.
And for that, is it ever kind of like a battle, whether with you yourself, the coaches, or the players to kind of like, you have to kind of reel it back, like, whoa, this isn't last year. Like, is that kind of a constant battle to kind of reel it back?
I think I used to not be very good at that in my career, especially coming off of years where we had success. I think I used to put way too much pressure on myself, and would never want to speak for anyone else, but I know for me, that used to be something where I'd feel like we gotta do better, we gotta repeat. Where now I just look at it as this is a new season. All I can do is control what I can control. I need to keep my side of the street clean. I need to take care of my business and do my job. And I know that the group of guys that we have, after being around them now for the last 5.5 weeks, they're awesome. Now, does that mean we're going to win 20-some games or we're going to win the league or whatever? I have no idea. But I do know, based on what we've done for 5 weeks, we're going to enjoy being around them every day. What I do know is we've seen really, really positive leadership, especially from DQ Cole and Isaiah Jones. And what we saw in the past was when we had that kind of leadership, we've had success. And so we need to just continue to build upon that and know that this year's team is this year's team. And there will be bumps in the road. There will be things that go poorly, but that's okay. And what we need to do is just learn and grow every day. And for me, I'm not going to do anything other than just coach these guys every day. And whatever happens, happens. And we got to keep getting better and better every day. And when we do take a step backwards, we got to pick it up, and the next day try to take a step forward.